Coding is just like water for fish. There is no survival of fish without water, exactly in the same way. There is no survival for computer science students without coding skills. Essential advice to the first year students, particularly second year students, to start this mental sport so that you become an efficient programmer. And undoubtedly, if you are a good competitive programmer, then you definitely improve your chances for getting absorbed into level 1 product-based companies. Okay, if you build a good profile in the competitive programming platform, that will draw attention of the companies, software companies. Hello dear students, in this video we are going to look into the importance of competitive programming, the importance of coding. I generally tell the CSIT and allied branches of engineering, the students of CSIT and allied branches, the significance, the importance of programming, problem solving, that is coding. And what is the role of competitive programming in getting good placements? That's what we are going to look into in today's session, today's video. I always emphasize while teaching for second year, first year students, what is the significance or importance of doing programming through data structures and algorithms. The buzzword of industry is DSA. So how should the first year and second year students particularly should gear up to steer their career towards good software companies through DSA, programming and coding. Okay? So today we'll look into what is the importance of coding, how important coding is in the career of computer science students, IT students and allied branches like AI, ML, data science, IoT, cybersecurity. You take any allied branch, coding is inevitable, unavoidable. You cannot think of getting into any software company without having appropriate requisite coding skills. So the essence of computer science is problem solving. That is, once you get an idea how to solve the problem, you invariably have to code it in some language. And today we will see the importance of coding, what is competitive programming, what are competitive programming platforms, how does competitive programming help the students in steering their goals, career goals. So here I have some slides emphasizing on all these aspects. As we know, coding is the backbone of computer science education. I generally say that coding is just like water for fish. There is no survival of fish without water, exactly in the same way. There is no survival for computer science students without coding skills. It is a foundation for problem solving. Generally, people think that problem solving means coding. No, coding is only one part of problem solving. Problem solving means the ability, the techniques that are needed to solve a particular problem. Then you invariably convert that technique into some language, and that is nothing but coding. So of course, there are some coding skills to sharpen the programming paradigms, right? So undoubtedly, there is no doubt on that. But essentially, the most important part is problem solving. So that's what we said. Coding develops problem solving skills. So the more you code, the more better ideas, newer ideas you get, and the better code you can write, the better way of solving the problems. It basically help the students in developing logical thinking and algorithmic reasoning. And as you know, algorithms are the heart of problem solving. So in line, generally what happens is in the curriculum of engineering, you see in the first year, the students of engineering, computer science particularly, are introduced to some programming language like C, C++, or even some colleges are starting directly with Java. Some colleges are starting directly with Python. Whatever it is, C or C++ or Java or Python, you start with that. Next step, you basically introduce data structures which act as tool for you, for the students to hone your programming skills. Then come the algorithms. Algorithm is the heart for problem solving. If you don't know the algorithm paradigms, if you don't know the algorithm design methods, you cannot efficiently solve the problems as you know it. Okay. So there are three aspects here. One is basically the coding skills, the problem solving skills, and the algorithms. These are the three important components that play a very important role in problem solving. Now what exactly is competitive programming? Is competitive programming necessary for computer science students? I don't think it is necessary. There is undoubtedly, we can't say that it is essential or mandatory, but definitely it play a very important role in getting placed in level 1 product based companies. So what exactly is competitive programming? Competitive programming is essentially, we say, a mental sport. It is like just like sports, playing like sports, where participants solve problems and compete with counterparts, compete with peers, and they have to solve these problems in defined time limits, showcasing, demonstrating their programming abilities, programming skills, and problem solving skills towards achieving an efficient solution, an efficient goal. And competitive programming basically involves contests. You have to participate in the contest to prove yourself, to prove your efficiency. Online judges are there, and as such, a global community focused essentially on honing, HORNING, honing problem solving capabilities, coding abilities. Okay, so it is my essential advice to the first year students, particularly second year students, to start this mental sport so that you become an efficient programmer. And undoubtedly, if you are a good competitive programmer, then you definitely improve your chances for getting absorbed into level 1 product based companies. It is highly popular among college students for honing coding skills and preparing for technical interviews through intellectual technical contests, challenging contests. Okay, so this is about the brief introduction. So it sharpens, it helps nurture the problem solving skills and algorithmic thinking, and thereby providing a very strong foundation, valuable foundation for achieving excellence in the coding interviews. And the proficiency that you gain in this through this platform of competitive programming, it translates directly to solve real world problems more effectively, more efficiently. Okay, and thereby you can basically evolve yourself as an efficient software programmer, software developer. So in short, I would say the competitive programming platforms, the paradigm of competitive programming enhances your problem solving skills. Okay, it boosts up the logical and analytical thinking capability that is very much essential for level 1 product based companies. Getting into level 1 product based companies, these skills, these attributes are quite essential. It develops to achieve efficient coding practices, and thereby finally we can say you gear up, you steer yourself to help yourself to prepare for interviews of level 1 product based companies. Okay, if you build a good profile in the competitive programming platforms, that will draw attention of the companies, software companies. And what are the key components of programming in competitive mode? Time, complexity, and efficiency. You need to develop the code which is time efficient, generally having polynomial time bounded solutions, right? That is the efficiency in respect of time. And it nurtures algorithmic thinking. That means the moment I am given a problem, basically if I have a good practice, then it will enable me to think of an efficient solution for solving problem. Like for example, I have a problem called knapsack, 0-1 knapsack. It can be solved through multiple approaches. I can solve using dynamic programming, I can solve using backtracking, I can solve using branch and bound. So which approach should I use for getting a better solution? So as such, if you basically get a good practice in competitive programming, then the moment I see a new problem, immediately various thought processes, various approaches pops up in our mind. If I go for this approach, then what is the solution? If what will be the efficiency? If I go with the second approach, what will be the efficiency as such? So overnight, it cannot be developed. It requires a good amount of time for practicing with competitive programming. And the other key component is code optimization. The more you practice, the more optimizations you achieve in respect of writing an efficient code. Okay. Now, as such, for doing competitive programming, what are the programming languages that generally should be deployed, should be used? So here I'm going to present some of the options which you can think of before starting competitive programming, and I will indicate the relative merits and demerits of each of them so that you can concentrate on making a selection. The first competitor in this race of competitive programming for a programming platform is C++. C++ is known for its high performance and efficiency. Okay, most of the time I have seen people doing competitive programming in C++, and therefore it becomes a preferred choice for time sensitive competitive programming tasks. The language low level features and the other resources like templates, right, STL, that will basically help the programmers to write efficiency and achieve efficient code. There is standard template library STL. That is the main key feature, main key attraction of C++. It comes with a powerful STL that includes a wide range of data structures and algorithms. The built-in library can significantly simplify the implementation of complex algorithms and thereby achieve time efficiency, space efficiency, and so on, and thereby help you to excel in various coding contests. The other language which is the other domain of people think of is basically Java. So Java also basically designed to be platform independent, as we are aware, due to its JVM. This portability makes it convenient for competitive programmers, as they don't have to worry about system specific details or issues or complexities, intricacies, and therefore it allows the code to run independent of the platform seamlessly. It also has a strong library, robust library, that you can basically make use, just like STL there. Here also we have good library templates, methods, classes, which makes it easier for using the algorithms and data structures, and therefore you can save your time and effort during the coding. The third competitor in the programming race is the Python. But generally I don't encourage the students to use Python. I always encourage students to go for C++ or Java. But even then, some people may prefer to do using Python. It has a very concise syntax. I don't have to iterate that. So concise and readable syntax allows for quick and expressive coding. That can be an advantage in competitive programming environment, where the ability to write and understand code rapidly is crucial, very important, especially during time or deadline constraints. And Python is known for its simplicity, ease of learning, excellent choice for programmers entering the world of competitive programming. So its straightforward syntax allows programmers to focus on real problem solving rather than dealing with complex language features. So that is the simplicity, easy to use approach of Python, also makes it attractive to be used for competitive programming environments. Then as I said, there are two tools for competitive programming. One is the selection of data structures, and the second one is the algorithm techniques. So boys and girls, before you start competitive programming, my sincere advice would be to basically make yourself well versed with the data structures of your semester curriculum, algorithms of your semester curriculum. Only then you think of starting with competitive programming. Otherwise, without having a profound data structures and algorithms knowledge, it is difficult to basically start with competitive programming. Okay. So in competitive programming, the choice of the data structures is central for efficient problem solving. Well selected data structures enhance algorithmic efficiency. I don't have to iterate about it. That is the speed and memory, the time and space complexities. And in competitive programming, choosing the right data structures is highly important, paramount, so important. It involves analyzing problem requirements, understanding time and space complexities within time constraints. Okay, like what are the different data structures which you can focus on for doing competitive programming, to be used in competitive programming, like starting with arrays, priority queues, hash maps, okay, trees and graphs, particularly the traversals, methods, and choosing the right data structure. Should I go for heap, or should I go for binary search tree, or should I go for balanced trees, etc., will basically going to play an important role in the competitive programming. Like that, the algorithm techniques. And before algorithm techniques, I also advise the students to have familiarity with regard to time and space complexities, particularly recursive algorithms. How to determine the time complexity, how to express the time complexity through dynamic recurrences, solving recurrences. The ability to transform the recursive algorithm into recurrence and seeing the solution. What is the solution for it? What is the time complexity, asymptotic time complexity, before you go for implementation. So algorithmic efficiency is highly crucial, extremely crucial, as it determines the speed and resource usage of a program, therefore impacting on the overall performance. Well-optimized algorithms contribute to faster execution, reduce resource consumption, and thereby enhances scalability in various computation tasks. Like what are the techniques that you should basically focus on? You should be very having sound knowledge with regard to sorting techniques, searching techniques, right? And then searching like binary search, hash maps. And then comes the divide and conquer, greedy method, and dynamic programming, which plays a very, very important role in competitive programming. You cannot think of entering into solving problems in competitive programming environment without having knowledge of DP and backtracking. So from algorithmic design technique, the asymptotic time complexity framework, divide and conquer, and then to certain extent greedy, and then major extent dynamic programming, backtracking. These are the design techniques that you should gain expertise in order to do programs in competitive programming environment. So that is about dynamic programming and backtracking. What are the general platforms which you can think of for opting for doing programming in the competitive mode? There are a number of platforms like Codeforces, HackerRank, LeetCode. So I leave the choice to you to which platform basically you should think of for doing competitive programming. Most of the people go for LeetCode, some people go for HackerRank, Codeforces. Choice is yours, absolutely. I don't put any weightage onto that. So it essentially fosters a culture for continuous improvement, pushing the participant to enhance their algorithmic skills and coding efficiency. Okay. And finally, we see what are the major challenges that are involved for the participants in competitive coding environment. One is time management. You have to develop the solution within the time constraints. Understanding the problem, that is the first challenge. Then selection of the algorithmic technique, implementation issues to be addressed, and how we can think of doing the optimization. These are important challenges. And then the pressure will be there, competitive pressure, diverse problem types. I have different types of problems. So selection of the appropriate strategy for dealing with the problem. And then you will have to basically create a balance between speed and accuracy. And learning curve, that means it should always be increasing, staying updated always. So sometimes some people feel that competitive programming is just like a habit. It becomes a habit. So don't indulge too much in that. Otherwise you are going to waste your semester. So therefore have a very balanced selection of time with regard to doing the sport of competitive programming, so that you are always updated and you are always improving your programming efficiency. Then some of the tips for college goers particularly: allocate a dedicated time space for DSA practice. That's what I'm saying. Don't too much get involved into that. Allocate dedicated space, fixed space. Collaborate with peers for learning and solving problems. Stay consistent and persistent in the learning journey. It should not be the case that you do once in a month and then after another month again you come back. So that's not going to help out. There should be some consistency in learning and doing programming and participate. So finally we say, mastering the problem solving critical skills, it's a gateway to success, and DSA, data structures and algorithms, is the backbone for all computer science students, right? And sometimes you try to listen and watch the inspiration stories, take challenges as opportunities, stay consistent and collaborate, and therefore embrace this competitive programming community. So it is not just a skill, competitive programming, CP as people generally call it, is not just a skill, it's a mindset, and that empowers you to tackle solving complex problems in the most efficient way and with confidence. So at the end, I would say basically competitive programming will certainly help you in getting good placements, but don't, as I said, get too much involved into it and thereby wasting your time for other important tasks. Okay, so have a good time with competitive programming. In some other lecture, I would also indicate what are the important topics that you should prepare from data structures and algorithms in particular, which will help you enhance your spirit for doing competitive programming. Okay, that's it in this video. Thank you so much.